Skyrim, a game that keeps on attracting both old and new players even to this day. And if you have clicked on this video, then it means that you're one of those beginner players who are looking for tips and guides on how to get the best start in this game. This video is also for those players who have played the game before, but then stopped playing halfway because they find it to be too complicated and confusing. I hope that after watching this video, you will change your mind. Before we start, I should mention that I will not show you any of those tricks, where people use bugs, glitches, and mods to make the game easier or to level up faster. This video will guide you through the game the way it's supposed to be. With that out of the way, let's begin. Right at the very start, the game gives you a choice to pick a race. Basically in Skyrim, your character can either be a warrior, a mage, or an assassin, so you have to choose a race that fits these three categories. Before you choose though, you should know that race doesn't matter in this game. With enough time, you can max out any skill you want. But for a beginner who just want to get a feel of the game, I recommend you go for a warrior-specific character. So, if you are creating a warrior, you should choose either a Nord, an Orc, an Imperial, or a Redguard. If you want to create a mage, then you should choose either a High Elf, a Breton, or a Dark Elf. And if you want to be an assassin, then you should choose either a Khajiit, a Wood Elf, or an Argonian. The next choice that you have to make is when you reach here. You can escape either with Ralof or Hadvar. If you go with Ralof, you will encounter guards that carry valuable light armor that you can sell to a trader and make quite a bit of gold very early in the game. If you choose Hadvar, you will befriend a blacksmith named Alvar, allowing you to get some decent armors and ingots from him. Ralof is the better choice for me, so I am going with him. Once you're freed and geared up, save your game. Always remember to save your game frequently. The quick save button is right here. Make use of it. After you kill the guards, take all their items. You should also know that you have a carry weight limit, and crossing this limit will slow you down. So, as you go forward, choose carefully what items you want to take with you and what items to leave. After looting the guards, turn away from Ralof and go up to the room from where the guards came from. You will find even more loot in this room. Next tip. Pick up all the food items and ingredients that you can find. There are so many things that you can use these for, especially if you just started a new game. Next, when you reach the torture room, you have to lockpick all of the cages and the locked cells too. It will help you level up your lockpicking skill. Also pick up all the items from this dead mage here, even his clothes. When you've reached here, cross the bridge with Ralof. Behind you, you will see a rock falling and destroying the bridge. Jump down and go through here. You will find some gold coins and a health potion. Next, you will encounter the spiders. After you have killed them and collected all of their venoms, you should also collect the ingredients in these sacks. The next important tip for you is to always eat any new ingredient you find so that you will discover at least the first effect. This can come in very handy when you craft potions later. When you are done, head down this way. You will come across a sleeping bear. Don't just sneak past it, kill it, because you will get a bear pelt from it. You can use this pelt to craft some armor, or you can also just sell it for some gold. After you kill the bear, go up to this ridge here. You will find a health potion. Then some more items on this cart and on the floor too. Finally, you are out. But before you do anything, here is another tip for you. Ingredients are very important. For an early player, you have to use lots of potions when fighting enemies. So, if you want to get some free potions, pick up as many ingredients as you can find. Even potions that you don't use are still useful because you can just sell them to vendors. Also, if your alchemy skill is high enough, you can make some really high-value potions that you can then use to level up every skill in the game. I will show you how to do this in another video. After receiving a new quest, you have another choice to make. You can either follow Ralof to Riverwood or you can go by yourself. If you go with him, he will briefly tell you about everything that is currently going on in Skyrim, but at the same time, you will also be leaving all the important gears and resources that can help you level up some of your skills. So if you want to level up your character, leave Ralof and follow me. make your way down this path. Keep heading leftward till you find this tree stump, and then go to this ridge. Below, you will see a small bandit camp. Save your game and start taking out all the bandits. After killing all the bandits, look for this enchanted black robe and take it. And pick up all these other items too. You will also find a skill book inside this tent that can level up your one-handed skill. So, when you're traveling around Skyrim, always be on the lookout for these skill books as well as spell books. You can find them almost anywhere, in camps, forts, dungeons, and even inside NPCs' houses. You can recognize these books just by looking at their value. If their value is more than 20, then it probably is a skill book or a spell book. From here, go down to this road, turn left, then take the steps up to the shrine. You will find even more enchanted items from this body and some gold coins. After this, make your way to this lake and keep swimming straight till you find these two pillars that are popping out of the water. Under the water, you will find another ingredient called Nordic Barnacle. This ingredient, combined with garlic and another third ingredient, will let you make one of the highest value potions in the game. So, after you're done collecting this ingredient, turn around and keep going straight till you find this fisherman camp. Then go up this way to the Guardian Stones. Before you start picking a standing stone, you should know something about the skill system in Skyrim. There are a total of 18 skills in Skyrim, which are classified into 3 distinct categories. When you open up the skill menu, you can see the beautiful backdrop behind the skill trees that indicate what category each of these skills belongs to. The skills in the mage category have a blue background, the warrior category have a red or orange background, and the thief category have a green background. The designs of these 3 categories you see here is also the same as the one you see in these standing stones. So, if you choose to activate the Warrior Stone, all the skills under the Warrior category will level up 20% faster. And the same goes for the Mage Stone and the Thief Stone as well. Archery is the only skill that is located in a weird spot, because, even if it is under the Warrior category, is not the Warrior Stone that raises its level, but it's the Thief Stone that does that. After you have activated the standing stone of your choice, you should make your way across the river and go to that cabin over there. There are lots of good stuff inside this cabin that you can use. And, if you're also looking for a place to store all your loot, without it despawning on its own, then this is the place you want. But to have it, you have to kill this old woman that is living here. Inside this cabin, you will find lots of ingredients, a soul gem, and some food. But before you take anything, listen to this first. You cannot sell stolen items at the beginning of the game. If you're going to steal, only steal stuff that you know you can use. Items you cannot use or sell will only weigh you down. Since you'll be crafting some potions, you can take all these ingredients. And you can take these foods too. Inside the house, you will find another skill book that can level up your alchemy skill. You will also find a cellar door. When you lockpick the cellar door, you will find an undercroft, which have an alchemy lab and an enchanting table. You can start by making some potions here. Then you can disenchant any items you have on this table. When you're done, fast travel back to the Guardian Stones. Now, take this path to Riverwood. To your right, you will find a cave called Ember Shard Mine.
Now ain't this a surprise?
The bandits here are very low level, and there is also some good loot inside. If you're up to it, you can easily clear this mine. Your next stop is here. It's in this location that you can find the third ingredient for this most valuable potion. It's called Salmon Roe, and you can get it by killing these jumping salmon. So blast these jumping salmons with your fire spell, then pick them up when they float down the river. After collecting all the salmon roes, all that's left to do is pick up any ingredient you find on your way to Riverwood. Now I'm going to show you everything that a beginner should do in Riverwood.
No offense, but you're not looking so good. You feeling ill?
Number 1. Save your game. Then you ready your weapon, because this next bit can get very nasty. After you have readied yourself, kill this chicken. Number 2. If you haven't reloaded your game yet, you should do it now. Now go to this inn and rent a room.
You're that visitor been poking around. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Next, take a rest. Getting a well-rested effect will let you level up all your skills 10% faster for 80 game hours. Number 3. When you talk to this lady, take everything that she gives you.
What's this all about? What are you two doing here?
Even go to her house and take all her stuff too. Stuff that you can use or sell. Number 4. Collect all the ingredients and food items that are scattered all around Riverwood. Look inside the barrels, on these carts, and in gardens like this too. You can cook lots of different types of food with all these items. They can be very helpful to you when you run out of potions. Number 5. Complete this guy's side quest.
I appreciate your help. Lead the way.
He will be a follower, and he can train you in archery.
I'll show you what I know.
And since he's your follower, you can just take back all the coins you paid him for training you. Number 6. When you ask this blacksmith if he needs any help around the forge, he will give you a very easy-to-do little side quest. And when you complete it, you get yourself an upgraded helmet and a dagger. Number 7. You can find lots of garlic in every house in Riverwood. If you're looking to craft any potions with them, you can just break into these houses at night and steal them. Number 8. The treasure from this treasure map that you took from the bandit earlier is very close to here. I will leave it up to you to find out where it is. And that is it. That is everything that you need to know if you are a beginner who have just arrived in Riverwood. Now, let's proceed to the next part. For the next part, you will want to go to Bleak Falls Barrow. There is a long way and a shortcut to get to this dungeon, and here, you will see me take the shortcut. First of all, fast travel to this cabin. From here, turn around and keep going straight in this direction till you find this hollowed out tree. Then, take these steps up to the watchtower.
Never should have come here.
And just like that, you are only seconds away from Bleak Falls Barrow. Inside the dungeon, you are free to explore however you like, but I feel that I have to mention these few hidden secrets so that when you adventure to your next dungeon, you will know where to look for these kinds of secrets. The first one is when you reach this area with lots of spider webs. Go straight to this corner and break open this spider web. You will find a chest with some good randomized loot. The second one is, when entering the main dungeon room, there are 2 hidden chests which are again filled with randomized loot. One is located behind the word wall. And the other one is underneath this waterfall. Then, when you're out of the dungeon, turn left, look down, and you will find another potion that you can either sell or use for yourself. Now when you look over here, you will see that there's a cave nearby. Since it's so close, you should go and discover it. You can clear this cave too if you want, but you should check your carry weight first. If you are close to the limit, you should fast travel back to the cabin, disenchant any items that you have with you, and store all your extra loot here. Then, fast travel back to the cave. But if you're done with dungeons for now, fast travel back to Riverwood. Take a rest and sell your extra items if you want. Then, it's time for you to make your way to Whiterun. On the way, you will find even more of these jumping salmons, from here all the way to here. If you want to catch these salmons, do not use your fire spell like before, because they will disappear when they die. So, you have to catch each of them one by one. And from here, I think that it's time for you to start exploring all the areas around this hold by yourself. With that, I have mostly covered all the basic stuff that a beginner should know. There is some information that I left out which I will address in part 2 of this video, which include topics like where to get your first house, or how to use the alchemy skill to get unlimited money and level up other skills. But for now, I will stop this video here. Thanks again for watching. I will see you in the next one.